You can find him on Twitter at Don Dub. Please welcome to the stage, Donwill!
Just wanted to say that the Twitter is Donwill and the Instagram is Don Dub. But follow me on both. I'm on both. Adjust the music stand. I'm used to using this for actual music. All right, so have you guys ever been happy enough to die? Like, I know it sounds insane, like it's counterintuitive as fuck. It's intuitive as fuck, but just like the moment you're in is so perfect and nothing good can happen after. Nothing as good can happen, so you're just like, fuck it, I might as well check out. Well, that happened to me before. I've had that feeling. That for me was in Paris 2015. Now for those of you at home listening on iTunes or whatever you subscribe to, let me explain something. I'm black. And I mean like slave stock black. The only asterisk to my blackness is my hair. When it's cut short, I look Dominican, you know what I'm saying? But when it's long, it's silky and shit like Kenny G, you know what I'm saying? Like a young Kenny G in this motherfucker. But make no mistake about it, I'm 100% nigga, and I know. Because when I asked my dad, I was a little kid exploring race and identity, like, yo, dad. I was, yo, dad, what am I? And he was just like, you a nigga. They gonna call you a nigga, so you a nigga. So I've always known my place walking through the world. But Paris was the first time where I felt American before black, which was crazy because I've been here for 40 fucking years and I've never felt American like that. It was, I mean, I'm visibly black, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't take this shit off, but over there, the minute I would speak or if you were over here a conversation I'm having, you're like, oh, that's an American. It's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And make no mistake about it, I love being black. I'm black and proud, but this shit is exhausting. Trust me. If I could trade in all the cool slang and tight dances and shit for not getting shot, cash me out right now. I'm done. Good. Also in Paris, I saw 85% less police officers, which made me 85% less guilty of being black. And that's a crime if you guys haven't been paying attention. But so as Kevin told you, I'm in the group Tanya Morgan, and I was over there with my group Tanya Morgan to do music. We make indie hip hop, boom bap, backpack rap shit, AKA you can't make money off of it because it has samples. So, you know, we're just over there. I mean, in the States, you know, we do shows and shit, but over there they respect it like it's jazz. They give it the proper accolades, they treat it like it's art. So we're over there being paid handsomely for our services. And when I tell you they were fucking paying us, we got paid to perform, paid to travel, they paid us to rehearse. The only thing they didn't pay for was the fucking French lessons. It was pretty fucking amazing. Granted, the hotel they had us in was kind of shitty. I mean, but I'm in Paris. I'm easy to impress at this point. Kanye and Jay-Z made a song about this shit. I'm sold, it's just amazing the whole time. But as you could imagine, a shitty hotel had an even shittier lobby. Like, the lobby was just a check-in counter. It wasn't even a full lobby. The dining room was under the lobby. It was like this dungeon-looking space with no windows, so if you wanted to eat in a fucking windowless room, feel free. I spent most of my time next door at the Café Bombière, which is, my French is horrible, by the way, but the Café Bombière, which is just like, you know, your normal cafe, restaurant. You know, they serve coffee in the morning, drinks at night, food all day. They had Wi-Fi. They had the gallery seating so you could, like, you know, people watching shit. It was my home base, you know what I'm saying? That's where I spent all my time at, and this is not an advertisement for them, but if you're ever over there, go check them out. I had an assigned seat, it was my spot. I learned a few lessons in France, though. The first lesson I learned out there was that it's a small world. It was like almost on a weekly basis, a new friend from the States was stopping by. We would go to museums, sightsee, eat sandwiches and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. I started treating it like it was just Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? I was just texting people like, yo, I see you got a show going on, slide me to the guest list, getting in your spot, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. I saw Mobb Deep for the first time there at Bataclan. You guys know who Mobb Deep is, right? All right, if not, just Google him, just Google. You're on iTunes anyway, Google him. The second lesson that I learned in Paris is that you don't really need words to communicate. Like, the language barrier is not that steep if you're just a decent, kind person. So I would be over there with my fucked up French and, you know what I'm saying, trying to order shit, and just handing a person money, pointing and mispronouncing words, and hoping they would give me what I asked for and my correct change. Well, every time I did that, I not only got what I asked for and my correct change, sometimes I got an impromptu French lesson, which was, you know what I'm saying, like, they weren't paying for that anyway, so I got that for free. It was truly a transformative experience for me. So, why am I in my hotel room the night before I fly back to Brooklyn, looking at the Eiffel Tower, because my hotel room had this amazing view of the Eiffel Tower. It looked like a Christmas tree every night. They light it up. It's fantastic. But I'm looking at the Eiffel Tower, and I'm looking down at the ground below at Cafe Bombiere, where I sit every day and drink coffee and thinking, I should just jump in this shit. I mean, going back to Brooklyn, what am I going back to? Suicide in the black community we avoid it, we ignore it, we act like it doesn't happen, but it happens, and it happens a lot. And I had these thoughts, and I have these thoughts a lot all the time. Actually, in preparing for this show, I found a journal entry from when I was turning 37, and the first line was, I'm shocked you haven't killed yourself yet. Ha ha. You know, like, jokey, whatever. But it's a real issue, and it's a real topic, and we avoid it in the black community. And to be totally honest, I was more shocked that I was thinking about jumping off of the building than I was thinking about dying, because I'm fucking terrified of heights. Like, when I tell you, like, yo, everybody gotta die, but you do not have to plummet to your death. That's some extra shit. Good on that. But things at home just seem so awful, and everything in Paris seems so perfect. I mean, I crowd surfed at a sold-out show. It was surreal. It was almost like something I pulled out of my imagination and laid out for a month and just made happen. And coming back home felt like returning to a war. It's a fight. And if you're in New York, you know it's a fight. Every day is a fight. You gotta fight to get home from the airport. You gotta literally fight to get out of the terminal to your apartment. You gotta fight to pay rent for that apartment. You gotta fight in your relationship that's on the rocks. Maybe y'all don't, but I did at the time. So, you know, it's just, why keep fighting? What is the fight for? What's it worth? What are you doing? Just cash out. I mean, I talk to my mom, I talk to my daughter, I talk to everybody I need to talk to. Seems like a nice place to put a bow on things. Call it a day. Also, I'm gonna be totally honest, death is an amazing marketing plan. If you're trying to sell records, die. Like Pete. Cat's like, yo, you heard about Don? Nah, what happened? He died on tour in Paris. Oh shit, all of a sudden, they're looking through my music to find clues to my death. You know what I'm saying? Boom, my album skyrockets up iTunes, I'm a household name. All I had to do was die. Obviously, I didn't jump though. I didn't. Promise you. The next day, I went down to Cafe Bombiere, checked out of the hotel, and I just sat in my seat, had my coffee, and just, you know, tried to memorize the city and remember the experiences that I had, and just think of Paris as not a peak, but a preview. You know, like not the high point of my life, but just what's the good things to come, you know? So I left Paris, flew back to Brooklyn, flew back to JFK, landed, and immediately my phone just starts going fucking crazy. I'm getting text after text after text. Oh my God, are you okay? Are you safe? Call me, please get in touch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Like, so I get out of the plane, I go to the terminal, I look up and I see on the TV that there was the terror attacks in Paris were happening right then. I don't have to tell you guys how horrible that shit was. I wasn't there, but I was just there. So for me, some of the places they were showing were just, the place where I saw my first Mobb Deep concert was the Bataclan, which was now the scene where the Eagles of Death Metal, the big massacre happened. Even my beloved Cafe Bombiere got sprayed with gunfire. Like, the seat that I was sitting in that morning, contemplating, you know, how life can be better and all that, had gunfire, like rows of bullets got hit. And even crazier, the space in front of me, in front of the seat that I was looking down from my window thinking about jumping to my own death, there was a body laying there. So it just made it more visceral when you like, that guy didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I have a choice. That guy didn't. So when I think about my time in Paris, I think a part of me did die. I think the part of me that wanted to die died. Thank you. Because I do still suffer from depression with the side of suicidal thoughts. That still happens. But it's a lot easier to fight now. And I don't know, like I think that the perception shift was that thinking that my family, like giving up on myself is giving up on everybody that cares for me, giving up on my family, giving up on, like, you know, they put so much time and effort and love and energy into my life, it would be careless to take it away from them. And if there's one takeaway from this entire thing, it would just be to be present. You know, you gotta endure that pain to enjoy the joy that comes after it. And that's my time. Thank you very much.